while, and that's saying something. So, welcome everybody. I am your caster. You recognize my name, maybe not the exact account. I am currently using my new broadcasting with my new Smurf account, Chaos Casting. Ooh. But you guys know me as Chaos Axel. Joining me today for this first Nerfed League game of the season is Resting Birchface. How are you today, Birch?
Hello. I'm doing really good. I'm slowly warming up.
Excellent. Warming up is good. Okay, so I've been informed that I have to move some people around here because reasons. For some reason, it like bounced everybody around because it has to be difficult. It can't just be easy. Yeah, Dracos I know is Horsemen, so
It's not showing live yet for me.
we'll see what happens. It usually takes a second for it to get rolling. But yeah, let me know when it does say live, and if it doesn't, then it would just be a
There it
standard.
is.
I was gonna say if it doesn't show we're live, then it'd just be a standard bronze tacos thing, and there would be a technical difficulty. So okay, let's see here. Stoney's on Revel. That's it. Screw it. We're just moving everybody. Nobody gets to play anymore. Okay. Except for these folks, so I'm pretty sure we're on the correct team. All right, so let's see here. So for Rebel Squad, Cole, Guardian, Glitched Glitter, swap to blue team. Nope, red team. So while I'm having fun and just messing around with rosters here, what are you expecting or hoping for today, Birch? It's game one. I mean, there's been a lot of hype generated on the Discord, and I know a lot of people are excited for this. What are you personally looking forward to seeing?
I am really looking forward to seeing if the Horsemen are going to move past their sort of bunker comp that they've played before. I was on Squad 32 before with Tornado and Rocky and a few other people. So I've played with Tornado quite a bit. I haven't
Sure.
played with a lot of the people on Rebel Squad. I've only played against them last season,
Oh,
but
sure.
they were a formidable team. Like they were really fun to play against. Um, my hope is to see them both kind of get a little bit more aggro and kind of push forward more because they're both slightly more passive teams.
Fair enough. Yeah, I personally, I mean, people who have watched me play know that I'm very against passive strategies. I
Right.
always think I will honestly very much endorse that aggression is the way to go, known by my well-known catchphrase of "No shield, only swing." But
Yep.
I'm hoping for similar things. I played against Rebel Squad, and I've cast a ton of their games at this point, so I have kind of expectations on what they're doing, and I know they've been trying to put together a lot of new faces for this new season, so I've got high hopes for them. And then for the Horsemen, I haven't played with all of them, but the few folks I have played over there are really excellent. So I'm definitely
Yeah.
looking forward to a lot of excellent shootouts here between I know Simply being the sniper for Rebel Squad and Dracos with his McCree. I have a lot of high hopes.
Absolutely.
But
I know for a fact that the comms on the Horsemen is going to be absolutely just ridiculous. Knowing Deadly and Tornado, it's just going to be mayhem.
absolutely. But all right. So I'm just gonna reach down here and confirm that both sides are ready to go here. Let's see.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and ping Cole and Tornado here? But yeah, there's also a lot of anticipation just behind the people who I don't know, like figuring out exactly what sort of a roster, what sort of nonsense we're actually gonna get from these teams. I know
Right.
obviously Goats is still the tried and true proper thing in Overwatch League, unfortunately. So we may get stuck. I mean, if that's what comes out, that's what comes out. It is strong, and nobody unfortunately can really argue that. So
Right. I do not think that the Horseman will run it, knowing Tornado and how strong he is on Orisa, and it is very difficult to run goats with Orisa.
that is true. Yeah, not a lot of mobility behind that pony. So.
Right.
All right, I've got confirmation from one side. I just need to get some confirmation from the Horsey Mans that they are
Gotcha.
indeed ready, and we will get rolling into this.
And we do have our first bit donation from
It
Miss Artemis
begins.
again. Um, she says, "Yay, Bronze Tacos Nerf League, let's go," with 100 bits.
That's the
Thank
number
you,
to beat,
Artie.
ladies and gents. But all right. Yeah, just waiting for final confirmation here. I'm assuming we're probably ready to go, but I don't want anybody to have any excuses. I want to just like lift up the gates for both sides, and I want them to smash into each other wild. Like I want to see
Absolutely.
some action. I want to see blood. So I'm really looking forward to this. All right, I have gotten confirmation that both sides are ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. First league game of season number 2 between the Horsemen and Rebel Squad. Starting on Busan. So, this is one I remember hearing stats, at least on some of the maps here, that if you like get first cap, I think it was this one actually. If you get first cap, it's like an over 60% chance that you're going to win the whole thing. So, a little bit of added pressure. It's really hard to debunk this one once you have control.
Oh yeah,
So,
once you have control, it's hard. And especially if you get pushed back to that first choke, it's really hard to recap at that point.
yeah, it's definitely one that once you establish yourself, you get yourself dug in, nice, like it's probably over. Like it's very hard to take. So,
Right.
first take is going to be really important here, and we're going to get our first looks at the rosters here from both sides in just a moment.
We do have more bit donations, one from El Marnier, and then another one from Dabo Boy.
Of course. Oh, Nifty Chipmunk is right. I have to go check out in here if we're getting some sexy, sexy Reinhardt dancing in one side here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to dock some points off. I am docking
There's
so many
none.
points off Dark Guardian. Oh my God, Guardian, what are you doing, man? You're not singing the sexy, sexy Reinhardt. That's how you pump your team up. Come on. But all
We've
right,
got a Winston on Tornado.
that is interesting.
Sombra for Panda, Diva for Tycho, Mercy for Izzy, which is not a surprise. Archon on May, which I know he can do some damage with.
Ooh.
And looks like Deadly is on Hanzo.
So we had an immediate rush from get out of the way here. Immediate rush from Rebel Squad to get to the point, and they have a Torb turret. They're running the Torbjorn. You see the little turret set up in that alcove there, so kind of protected from above. Oh, that
Absolutely.
Dark Guardian is hacked though.
They're pushing.
Oh, Draco's pays for it though. Goodness. So we're trading back and forth a little bit. DMAC onto Tycho. So I don't honestly know how I feel. That wall's actually kind of protecting the res there. Oh, but
Big
good pick
Mercy
from
pick.
Deadly. Yeah. It does end up being a take for Rebel Squad there, and they seem to be holding strong
I don't see
here.
them pushing again here. There's not. Ooh, run away, Mercy.
We got some Hanzo off going on here. Oh, that's a hack. Simply's hacked. He cannot climb walls. He has forgotten how.
Yeah, I
But-
think they need to regroup here.
Ult economy right now, we have some quick jump outs from both sides. Izzy on the Horseman almost has the Mercy ultimate. Ooh, and Simply establishing the Hanzo dominance, killing off Deadly there.
Ooh, Sombra's around somewhere behind.
They know that Simply has an
Horseman.
ultimate. Yep. They know. Oh, there we go. So here comes Izzy's Mercy ultimate. All right, we're dropping down with the.
I don't know about that one.
Ooh, that was a good charge from Guardian. Does not get the DMAC. There it is. DMAC out now.
Oh, Tycho's out of Mac. Okay. With that turret
There we go. Ooh, I heard a boop. So, oh no, Lucio on Lucio action too. Tornado's in a dangerous place. He's gonna hop out. Hopefully he's getting some heals. Oh, that felt a little ambitious.
It felt a little out of place there.
We call those zoning ultimates. So, a little bit of a...
I feel like it's gonna be all gone by the time.
Oh, it
Horsemen
is. It's
push
gone
with
now. It absolutely is. So we see Deadly trying to sneak around, but the turret does find him. The dragons go in, not
Simply's
quite enough to kill
above.
Dark Guardian. Dark Guardian's super
Simply's
low. Here
dragging
comes other
behind.
dragons. Back and forth. Oh, there we go.
Dragon.
Grab dragons. A
Huge.
little bit late,
We
but that
get
was
the
a great
res
grab dragons there.
From Reclaimer on to Dark Guardian.
And this is 90%. I think that's it with that grab dragon right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good moves from Rebel Squad. Good coordination of ultimates. Plus their ult economy is still great.
Yeah.
Simply continuing to
pushing
establish his
forward.
dominance there. Oh, and there we go. And that will do it. Very quick take there, and yeah, first take by Rebel Squad, and they just did not let go of the death grip. Lots more bits coming in.
Another 100. Oh wow, we've got a few bits.
I was gonna say, I look down, I see a couple. So we have Death Fat Cat Sat giving a. Let's see here. Oh, she's still on the board as third. So, oh, of course, Dabo. He always likes to flex the bits. All right. So, turning our attention back to the game, though. Couple switch ups now. We see for the Horsemen, we have a Reaper now coming in from Dracos, staying off of the trademark McCree. And Tornado going to Orisa, so definitely something he's comfortable with. On the other side, it's largely the same, other than now they have the Moira. So again, immediate fighting onto the point from both sides.
Rebel Squad is definitely being a lot more aggressive lately.
Simply getting an early pick on the Tycho, though. Tycho switches to the Zarya over the Diva. Charge goes in, doesn't get anybody. So Dark Guardians in no man's lane, they gotta kill him. Yeah, but the team is moving in, Rebel's moving in to help. We do have Cole actually going down by Dracos. Reaper getting the pick there. And now it's just this annoying Lucio hopping around, just doing Lucio things. Is he doing what he can, or what they can to stall the point? Rebel getting some progress here. Oop. And again, we got back and forths.
Dracos.
Dracos gets a kill and then is killed. Good old feast or famine.
We've got a Hanzo off on the right side.
Oh boy, here we go again. Yeah, Simply versus Deadly again. Alright, we got... Oh! Tycho getting a pick, and then Simply again getting the pick onto Deadly. They need to do something else about Simply here. He's running unchecked. Right. I don't know if they need like some kind of a flanker, or I'm not sure what it is. Or maybe another shield or something, but alright. Simply, I think he must have picked Deadly off with those dragons like way at the tail end there.
Right.
Oh, Dark Guardian does go down. That is a pick.
Guardian.
And Tornado gets res.
We got the res on Tornado. Are they going to be able to
shield was too far forward. He goes down. Yeah, Tornado launched that shield a little too far forward.
Because Coltrane is holding the point when Dark Guardian goes down.
So we have Crouching Tiger hitting Hanzo. Hanzo's again going at it on the side here. For now, it looks like Horsemen are just taking the moment to regroup. Tornado switching to Reinhardt. Yeah. Ult's economy is stronger for the Horsemen right now. It looks like, oh, they're just going to point. Reaper was probably looking to ult there. Oop, charge misses. Dark Guardian doesn't get anybody with that. He's kind of alone right now, but he's getting priority now onto attack. Deadly again getting a pick onto Simply. Archon going down is important, but here comes a grab.
Ooh, grab dragons?
Grab dragons, but it was the opposite. It was the opposite. It was Deadly that actually dragged there, not Simply.
Okay.
Oh, there's lots of ults. Okay, here we go. I think that's it.
Big picks.
Is that a clean wipe?
They're gonna cap it here.
Not quite a wipe, but that was a cap back.
Off.
So, great take by the Horsemen, finally putting their foot down, of course.
Yeah, Simply's the one that got away.
So Coltrane not even close to his ult, so even if Simply gets the dragons here, it's still going to be a while before they can pull off that particular combo.
Definitely.
So, lots of ultimates expended, but worth. Oh, yep, you're right. Glitched actually switched over to Junkrat at some point. That'll be good for breaking those shields and blowing up the backline.
They whiffed their jump a little bit. They're trying to get back behind shield. There they go. It was a good bubble on Coltrane's part, protecting the Junkrat. We've got Hand on the left side again. Oh, and a Hanzo 1v1 again.
Yep, and
Simply wins.
Yep, unfortunately. It's Simply is no slouch on that Hanzo. They definitely are going to need to find an answer to it at some point here. Lots of picks going over. Yeah, that's, I think, going to be it. Yeah, Tornado is pretty alone there. And that might just be it. They need to, like, scream out with the Lucio or something, like, right now.
Right, Lucio Tracer.
It's not going to be enough.
No.
Good launch, just a second off, unfortunately. And that will do it. Rebel Squad going to take the first map of Season 2. Well done for Rebel Squad. Play of the game going to Dracos, though. Getting in there with that Death Blossom. stuck, currently stuck in the grab, and then just gets right up in it from the trap, and then just gets the picks afterwards too. It's how I feel when I got hacked as Ryan. You know, you don't really need abilities to pull the trigger. Like, come on. All right. So, first map down. Busan ends up going to the Rebel Squad. Alrighty. I believe the next
was
one.
more than I could have hoped for. It was a good
Oh,
fight.
yeah. It was knockdown, drag out, and that's exactly what we were hoping to see. Nobody was really passive or played bunker. They're just both kids slamming the two action figures together. And that's exactly what we want here. All right, so the next one is going to be Hanamura. That's going to be our next map. But before then, why don't you pick one of the teams and give me a little bit of a breakdown? You know, what did you like and what did you think should change? Your choice.
I'm gonna pick the Horsemen. I definitely
Okay.
Tornado is a extremely capable Orisa, but it definitely depends on his team being able to stay with him and knowing who he's pulling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part they did, but then we've got people who are running Reaper and, he can't stay behind the shield the whole time. So it's a lot of just knowing who's where, what ults they still have, and especially for healers, it's a big part of knowing the ult economy not only of your team but also of the enemy team, and knowing who has what. I think they definitely need to find something to contest Simply, whether it be an Ashe or a Widow to kind of get the one-up on him.
Yeah.
But it's also still ult economy. Rebel Squad did have a few issues with ult economy, throwing ults in a weird way or using them in a spot where they really could have held on to it for the next fight to kind of give them the one-up. But I also didn't see many like game-changing ults from the Horsemen aside from the Blossom that got, I think, 3 people.
Yeah, it was 2 or 3, and then a couple more after the shield broke and everything. So it was,
Right.
yeah. But and then so talking about the Rebel Squad, you pointed out one of the things that I noticed was there was a couple of. So it's a weird line that I'm walking right now with the Rebel Squad where they did excellently. Obviously, they won. But there was a couple. I can think of that Torbjorn ult that was kind of thrown out way after a fight was over, and maybe it was a fat finger moment. I don't know, but definitely ult control is going to be very important in this. And then on the other side, just honestly, I feel like, and I've run into this problem myself before playing Reinhardt, that maybe the teams were a little too, they held back a little too much. Like we could use even more aggression with the ultimates there. If you ever just have a combination of like dragons and earth shatter, or dragons and the grab or something like that, I'm always inclined to try and make the play if you see it. So, and again, me not being in the driver's seat, I don't know exactly what happened, but I would like to see more ultimates being used a little bit more frequently, because both of these teams are showing that they've got the coordination to take advantage, even if it's just you down 2 healers with something, or you pick off 2 healers with your ult. Like the team can swarm on that. The other thing I wanted to point out is, and we both called it out, was them really needing to take advantage when like Dark Guardian had a couple of charges that I feel like the Horsemen could have absolutely taken advantage of, and like we had both called
out
out.
of position a good few times, and like I would have been calling out like he's out of position, we got to punish this now before his team runs in to back him up.
And to Rebel Squad's credit, at least on one of the ones I can think of, they rushed in right after him and were able to kind of cover up that after the charge completed. But there was definitely a couple other ones that were wayward charges that they really should have taken advantage of. So maybe a little bit more control on the charges, or trying to keep them a little close to the team, or at the very least making sure your team can follow up like he did on a couple. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm hoping to see a little bit more tightened up gameplay, but both teams, I still think this can very easily go either way.
Absolutely. And I do want to call out, if Horseman hopes to kind of go a little more aggro, they need to kill the Mercy, because watching Reclaimer, they got some reses out that they really should not have been able to get off, especially the clutch ones on getting Dark Guardian back up and getting that shield back in at the moment that they needed it.
Yeah, it's just tightening up. Like both teams have the coordination, they're both playing excellently. It's just these little things that we're able to pick out as observers and just kind of see, you know what, this little thing just needs to be fixed a little bit and it'll be perfect.
Absolutely. I think Dabo Boy is asking. Dabo, the next two maps are going to be Hanamura and Hollywood.
Correct. Let's see here. So just taking I'm enforcing. So since we're in the first game, this is a good time to talk about it. So how the format is going to work going forward is we're going to have we're going to play, the first map, try and start up a couple minutes early for a little bit of pregame hype. Then I'm going to be making sure we have 5-minute breaks in between rounds just because, catch our breath, have a little bit of analysis with no rush, have everybody, if you need to run and grab a drink or something like that, hype up the Twitch chat, that sort of thing.
Let me. Yeah, Werewolf Dubstep is in now. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that he did join in between the rounds, so.
Yeah, he added me and then I think joined in.
So, okay, I'm kind of I'm going to be handling a bit of a technical issue here from one of the sides. So, give me just a moment here.
Okay.
Let's see. But in the meantime, why don't you give a selfless plug about who we are and the different pages that we run?
We are the Bronze Tacos. We are an 18 plus non-toxic Overwatch group. We are on Discord and Facebook. Are we on anything else?
Oh
Other
Lord,
than
we're
Facebook?
on.
We're on
We've
Twitter. We're on
got we
Twitter.
have a Twitter. We have a Reddit. Um,
Oh,
Yeah, we're working on getting that up and running, but even if it's not working too well right now, we're gonna have a Reddit up and running.
okay.
Yeah, we're on most social media platforms at this point.
Okay. More than I even realized, more than I'm personally on.
Yeah, me too.
Um, but the group is great. This is the second season of the Nerfed League. We had last season, and the winners were, I believe, your team, Legion.
That's correct, the Legion.
Um, and it's all about having fun and being non-toxic. We've got people from all different SRs. We've got people down in bronze to people all the way up in masters. It doesn't matter where your SR is. We've got people that you can play with and have fun and find new friends.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
We pride ourselves on being a wonderful, supportive community of each other, and having such a tight knit community lets us do stuff like this where we have our own internal league.
Absolutely.
Let's see. So still just kind of
Okay.
working on our technical difficulty. We're having, as you see, somebody dropped out from the Horsemen. We're having a bit of a problem
Oh,
there. Yeah, I see Deadly came back.
I know it is pretty late on their end.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that went like and right now it's a bit of a ping issue apparently for some of the players on the Horsemen, and that would actually probably explain some of the exchanges we saw that were maybe could have gone a little bit more in their favor.
Yes, that could make sense. Okay. Did we miss?
I was gonna say
Okay,
if
thank you, Artie.
I was gonna say if you want to check bits or if anybody has any questions about the
Yeah.
league or want any personal opinions on stuff, chat. This is as painful as it is for me to say, chat. I'm willing to listen to you for a minute.
I'd like to know what chat thinks about like who they're going to place their bets on here. Who do they think is going to
That's a
win
good one.
the Hanamura map? And thank you, Artie, for posting the link to the Discord. If anybody wants to join, you're welcome to hit that up and check it out. We do have sort of a vetting process, which also kind of helps us keep it non-toxic and 18 plus.
Yeah, and by vetting, it's just a quick game, like a quick play with one of our mods. You don't have to go on a killing spree or carry the game or
No.
anything like that. You just got to play a game on mic, and that's all we really look for in the vetting games. Because that's kind of been like one of the number one questions. Because you say the word like vetting, and you're like, oh my god, what do you even mean? What are you
Right.
talking about?
It's a background check. It's a drug test.
Right?
It's all this stuff.
You know, blood type, firstborn child, standard stuff. You know.
Need to know your zodiac sign. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like for bits we've got Dabble Boy in first place. Oh my god, I'm never gonna be able to say this. Marnier. And then Kyra the Mystic cosplay is in third, which means Rocky is slacking.
Rocky slacking, that means that fat cat Sat's out of the running. Like,
Oh my gosh.
slackers.
Okay, it looks like Kyra's voting for Rebel Squad, so is Nation. Voodoo Ranger is voting for Rebel. We've got a lot of Rebel Squad fans up in here.
Ooh. Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, Rebel Squad, this is a much more explosive Rebel Squad than we've seen in the past, so...
Oh, absolutely.
So I don't blame the fans for jumping on the first win, you know, and when you don't maybe have all the information about the Horsemen, you're going to kind of go with what looks strong right now. But, okay. Yeah, like, I apologize again for the delay, folks. Just working through some technical difficulties because it wouldn't be a Bronze Taco stream without technical difficulties.
Oh, Kat came in with 100 bits, hoping for the third place.
Oh.
I can't tell, though. I have to wait for her to post again.
I was going to say, I don't see the totals on mobile. Maybe it's somewhere I'm just not seeing it, but yeah, I know what you mean.
They get like a little... Nation Havana will not be eligible until tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh my god, and yeah, that's right. Then it can't be a taunt anymore, then we'll have to come up with some other place in the world to laugh at and be like, oh, we're gonna have this. Alright, so technical difficulties be damned. The show must go on, and we are gonna push forward here, and see what we're gonna get. So, we're gonna go ahead and head into game number 2 here.
Oh, yep. Kat is one bit away from third place.
Oh no! That's why you always gotta put the 101.
Oh, Artie's coming in with 100 bits too for technical difficulties.
Yeah, right. It's like I said, it would not be a Bronze Taco stream without technical difficulties. Let's see if this map is still literally unplayable. Look at this. Blizzard, look at this. This is just like pixelated blocks. Literally unplayable. There's a portion beyond the wall where the floor is just like some like vomit of pixels.
Wait, which wall?
Like, if you go in between the 2 points and you, like, float out, like, not towards that mountain in the distance, like the other side towards the city, and you look down over the wall, it's just like pixel gray vomit. Literally unplayable. I don't care if it's an area that you can never inhabit. It's literally unplayable. Blizzard, get your stuff together.
Oh my god, it looks terrible.
See? See?
Oh my god. They put so much detail into these buildings.
And yet you just got pixel vomit. You couldn't put like a street or a river with a boat on it for me to yell at? Like, come on.
Okay, for defense we have Tornado on Orisa, Panda on Bastion, Tycho on Diva, Izzy on
Baptiste.
Izzy on Baptiste.
That's a good pick with the Bastion.
Mercy, and Deadly on Hanzo again. Here's hoping they can take down Simply this time with a 2 CP.
Definitely. So now you see Rebel Squad is set up on this slight high ground here. Or not Rebel Squad, the Horsemen are. Oh, they see him. Yep. The Hanzo arrow was able to mark it out so they know they're there. Conversely, that means that they know there's a Bastion and, you know, everything just shooting hell over there. Oh, they missed the teleport. I believe that was actually an error. Ooh, that May is actually going to put a good stop to that. Deadly does get a pick on the Glitch Glitter, though.
Ooh, Dark Guardian is trying to push on the right side with a Lucio and an Ana.
They're just kind of playing right around this Bastion here, just trying to keep him alive. Oh,
if they can get a clutch sleep on that Bastion, that's right, going to get them that point.
So no progress just yet. That May is going to... Oh, no, the May is going to wall off Tornado there. And Tornado will go down for it. Bastion's still trying. Okay, there's some picks. There's a
Tycho's coming in
res.
trying to contest.
That wall, though, is going to make this really annoying, but it's going to give him a first tick. Oh, there we go. Dracos is still getting picks, though. This May is such a great pick by Simply. Yep.
Oh, my God.
But they're still getting picks, though. Rebel Squad is getting ripped apart here. There we go, and that's going to finally force them back. All right, great hold, great hold.
Oh, Glitch is on Junkrat, okay.
Yep, Glitch went back to the Junkrat. So we see, again, the Hanzos kind of taking pot shots at each other.
Okay, they're holding on point now. I don't know how much they can see, though. Okay, we've got Simply on the right side. He's going around. Trying to get behind, probably trying to get the pick on the Mercy.
He's looking to probably jump the wall and take a pot shot at somebody there. Yep, there we go. He's hopping over. He's over. He can take shots now. He's been seen, though, and the Bastion's moved in a way that he shouldn't be able to get him. At least not right now.
They're still
Deadly gets the vengeance.
Nice, Deadly.
Alright, so they can see him through the window, though. Guardian's shield is getting ripped to shreds. So,
they're going around right now.
And they're going to launch some dragons there. This Bastion just trying to get set up in a corner again, somewhere safe. That's a risky spot from Dracos.
Rebel Squad is staying well grouped up, though.
That's true. There we go. So once again, all set up, all protected, and they still have that immortality field as a last-ditch effort if need be. Oop, there we go. Good pick, good pick. Guardian ends up falling off, and so does Reclaimer, question mark. I didn't see what happened there, but it didn't look like they're just resetting. Okay, fair enough. That's got to just be a called reset, because nothing should have affected them.
Their Guardian fell off, though, unless he was pulled.
It didn't give an icon saying that they died. Honestly, they were all fighting near the edge. He probably was just trying to back up for space and lost track of his footing. I've done it before, so yeah. Oop, Cole, way too aggressive, gets picked off by Dracos at the start. Dracos on him, just a streak here. That's 2 down, and this is less than a minute. Rebel Squad needs to get their stuff together here.
This is a big hold.
I mean, ult economy is really strong for both sides. Honestly, I think a lot of it is going to depend on the immortality field. If they get a good immortality field, that'll protect them from at least one of the ultimates. Maybe not more than that, but we'll see. There we go. Rebel needs to just stick in that. Oh, don't turn your back to the Bastion, man. Yep, there he goes. He got caught on the wall. I've done that before too.
They gotta push though. They don't have.
All right, Simply gets a pick back on Deadly. Here comes a Junkrat tire. Here comes the immortality field though.
Coming in.
And it's just gonna pop, and they're gonna have to layer it. Yep, that was great layering.
Noodles.
We have the Bastion trying, but he's gonna end up getting pulled.
And
that's a res. There's still people alive. This isn't over yet.
Big res. I don't know if it was worth it though.
Well, it's not like there's many options. Yeah, rip Archon. So able to hold Rebel Squad to the absolute last minute there. Very well done by the Horsemen. Yeah, Rebel Squad did what they exactly needed to do, where they layered one explosive ultimate to kill the immortality field, followed it up by another ultimate to kill the team.
Absolutely.
So we're sticking with the Bastion strat, which has worked really well so far for the Horsemen. Honestly, Simply's back on top with the kills. I would almost say like getting a reset out just for the mobile shields and run a little faster. So Rebel coming all the way up top here. They do still have a couple ults. They can still go ham with the Reinhardt. They are. Yep, they're just trying to get behind the Bastion here, and they're going to succeed. Here comes some dragons, though.
Up the stairwell.
That's 2 down right there. Very well done. 3.
Good
yep.
noodles.
That's gonna put an end to the fight right there.
Gotta get that Junkrat down.
That's
nice.
it. Yep. And Simply. That is not quite a team wipe, but it's good enough. That was a complete stop. Great defense by the Horsemen.
The dragons were very well placed.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, other than that May pick that kind of tripped up the Horsemen a little bit, this has been a really successful switch off for the Horsemen.
Absolutely.
So the Bastion kind of hopping around. Cole's too aggressive, too aggressive. I can't believe I'm saying that, but that's just too aggressive. Dragon Slam, unfortunately, isn't going to get anything.
Not to have the Reinhardt either directly in front of you or
Diva Bomb going to go down.
Right next to you.
I don't know if the
Gets
Diva
nothing.
Bomb was worth, but Dracos is cleaning up really well here. There we go.
Yes. And good pick from Baptiste, and I'm
there we
assuming
go.
Mercy was boosting.
Yep, but Simply ends up getting a pick onto Deadly. Just the fight of the LYs continues.
He
Oh,
still has,
wow.
big
I
res in
am
front of
very
the shield.
surprised that that worked. I'm just assuming that that Simply wasn't ready for it, but immediately puts him back down. Yeah, they need to get a better answer to this
He still
Hanzo.
has, they either needed to push straight with that because they've got spawn advantage here.
Rebel is going to back off here. They're going to respect it. They have no ultimates at all.
We've got Ana alone on the top left by herself with no one with her.
Horseman probably hasn't seen it, I'm guessing, or just assumed someone else. She's in the right... Oh, no. Yeah, the
Hanzo
Hanzo's
knows
going
she's
up.
there,
Yeah.
though. Deadly's coming up. Oh no.
Sleep does not happen.
She
Does not work.
whipped her sleep.
And she used the self-heal maybe a little early. There
She's
it is.
won.
Oh,
Okay,
Dragon's
there she
coming
goes.
in. Does get Archon, unfortunately.
Fortunate.
Oh.
They're gonna push with one healer here.
Yep. Here comes all the ultimates for Rebel Squad. And there... Oh. And there's going to be an ult back
big
from
pick on the
the
Baptiste.
Horseman. Tycho gets a
They might
kill,
actually-
but...
they might get this.
Yep. It's going to be down to a minute. Tycho
Yeah,
needs to touch. All right.
Tycho's touching.
There we go. Is
He's
now.
done though. Or they.
Yep, it's trickling. So they were able to delay a little bit more. Got him down to 53 odd seconds. Still nothing to scoff at. Very good defense from the Horsemen.
No. Huge defense.
Whew, okay. Good action from both sides. Yeah, I guess I wasn't expecting a Bastion, but this is definitely a great map for it. And Horsemen were able to, like, they made Rebel Squad come down to take that Bastion down. There wasn't, other than the occasional pick by Simply, they were not giving up any ground whatsoever. They dug their hooves in, if you will. But, on the other side, though, Rebel Squad, they were able to take it with good combinations of ultimates and being able to have the perhaps a little over aggression sometimes, but enough aggression that they were able to take it in the end and get both points. So it'll be interesting to see what we get now.
Deva wants us to know the casters can add a button. Oh, you can set a button to move vertically in spectator, so you don't have to look up, apparently.
Oh, nifty. I will keep that in mind.
I had no clue.
I'm just used to the camera at this point. Okay.
Right.
Rebel Squad, not to be outdone, are now going to bring a Bastion of their own with the Baptiste, of course. So, I think a lot of this is going to depend on how effective Dracos' Reaper is here. Because a good Reaper, if he can get in to displace and then work with like the Hanzo to pop the immortality field, then I think this could work out really well for him. But it's going to be hard.
A Sombra could work well
Ooh,
here if
that's
they had enough damage from the other DPS to not only hack Bastion, but also...
Ooh, early pick
Baptiste
from Deadly on the glitched. So they need to just push. You cannot stop here. The trap. There was a trap into the Orisa.
Got the res in
Yep.
the top right.
Orisa and Trap was more than enough to stop that. And now we see Simply's Bastion going hunting. He knows that there's somebody in there. Poor Tycho is caught alone right now. And, oh, hasn't been seen. Somehow Tycho is still camping in this little corner here and has not been seen. Just biding their time. They're in the little room on the left of the door if you're facing the door outward. Oh, there we go. They popped out into the trap that I figured they would have seen placed, but... That's one way to get a reset, I suppose. Gonna be cleanup from Rebel Squad here, though. Yeah. Everybody that's left just kind of needs to take a moment to regroup and try again.
Lucio's waiting.
Yep, as they should be.
I almost think they could wait further back with the... Yeah, there we go.
I mean, right now...
Mercy came out to play.
Right? I feel like I feel like the Horsemen could potentially take advantage of how aggressive Deadly is and pushing up alone, but right now it's that'll do it. Coltrane getting a pick onto Deadly right at the start there. Deadly got a little too aggressive. Yeah, I think this is going to be Dracos is going to have to make a play here because otherwise they're just going to get stalled out right outside. And Rebel Squad's oh, all right, there we go. Just like that. There we go. Push in. Somebody's caught on a trap. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, they're going
Yeah.
up. They need to get up there and get to safety. There's a Junkrat in the middle of them. He dies. Nobody dies to the residual bombs. So, again, now that's just kind of two people caught up. They're going for the res.
On the
They
Junkrat.
needed to get the kill there. Oof.
Yeah, they needed to get that Mercy.
So
As
right
I
now
always
we've got
say,
the two
Mercy
kind of caught
first.
here. Yeah. Well, right now there's a little bit of Private Ryan going on here from so Rebel Squad pushed back. They're in that little back corner right now.
Yeah.
They're moving too slow. If the Horsemen want to pull off the strategy they're trying to, they need to just wait for the Lucio boost, like the R1 to be up, and they need to just scream their way through into that room. Just throw some ability there to make sure there's no trap, and just run. Otherwise, they're going to keep getting blown up time and again like they are. And as far as ultimates goes, heavily in the favor of Rebel Squad right now. And Draco's up here, kind of still caught off.
Yeah, he's trying.
Here comes Dragons.
But, yeah, Glitch
Immortality
knows that he's
Field's
up there and
gonna-
he's trying to get up there.
Yeah, Immortality
Okay.
Field's going to save there. Oop, and Dracos
Nope.
gets blown up.
Couldn't land it.
Oh, you're all here now. Here comes the res. Here comes the Diva Bomb, though. Shield's going to not protect, not the kill at that last minute there.
Big pick on Tycho.
And here comes the Tire going out,
Is Tycho
too.
gonna get anything?
Yep, going to get two, actually. And Archon is just going to take the honorable way out to
Archon
reset.
fell off. Yep.
So this is it. Last push for the Horsemen. They had a great showing before, but Rebel Squad is just kind of taking them to town here. All right, they need to just push in and run. Just get in there, get into that other room. Don't stop the Flame Slash. Just run. Wherever you're going, you need to go now.
Oh, they're going around left,
Yep.
up top.
That's a DMEC at least. It's a good start. They're just going to jump straight in. Bastion's going to get so many free
Oh, my
shots.
Big res by Archon. Hopefully
Oh, but here comes
the
the Reaper ult in the back by Dracos. He gets two. All right, we're getting some picks.
Bastion.
I think this might be it.
Bastion.
Oh, but that's a great
Mercy
res on a
just got
Guardian.
res. That was a sneaky res.
This still could be the Horsemen's fight. They just need to kill off the
You gotta
Orisa right now.
focus
Oh, and
that
the Mercy. Come on, no shield, only
Mercy
swing.
first.
Mercy doesn't have
Mercy.
res. She's just delaying right now, though. There we go.
Yes. Good job.
And much in the similar fashion of Rebel Squad, just that last-minute push is going to be enough for the Horsemen. So, good move by them. So we see that Simply has switched off of the Bastion and back on to Hanzo.
I think he'll do a better job with Hanzo. Not that he wasn't doing well with Bastion, but I think Hanzo was better for this specific point.
I would agree with that, yeah. So we see the Horsemen attempting to go up, and and Deadly gets the first pick, though. Gets first blood in the Hanzo off.
Oh.
So Horsemen
Ultimate
trying to
is
push
now
up top
diving
here.
then.
Ooh, Cole, that is a
I don't see
risky
Deadly
play.
surviving.
Cole
Wow.
is gonna go down. Yep.
Big
Tycho,
pick.
not taking any nonsense.
That Cole didn't get anything from.
So here we go. We're getting the slow push in. That's pretty aggressive from Tornado. See if he can actually
Yes,
turn
it
into
is.
anything. He's gonna
Ooh.
get melted, and that's onto an
Big
eye
grab,
field
but-
though. The eye field is gonna save him. Oh, it got blown up. It doesn't matter though. Not enough. That's a lot of ultimates wasted. Dracos gets a pick, but I feels like Rebel Squad definitely has this. Maybe okay,
Yeah.
maybe not.
We
Horseman
gotta
got some
get
picks. That's a
Archon
down.
Because Archon's keeping them
Mercy's
up.
down. This is still back and forth. I'm still seeing a lot of blue.
There's still so
Dracos
little
is
focus on
fighting.
Mercy.
Yep. There's a DMAC Diva. That's it. They're getting
There it
progress.
Archon, another risky res.
Gets it. That one I don't think was so risky. That one was ready.
I
Alright, there
saw
we go.
the May coming in with the Mercy, and I thought for sure she was gonna get frozen.
Oh, there's a pick. Deadly's getting some picks. Oh, but Dracos finally goes down. Their stalwart hero is
Oh
dead.
my god, they didn't even get a tick.
No, not quite.
It's the
It was-
worst. You feel like you're on there forever, and then you don't get a tick.
Yeah, that was great push, but not quite enough from the Horsemen. Rebel Squad is going to hold strong. All right, let's see what we're going to get now. Oh, Deadly gets the first pick and then dies to Simply's May. That's the storied combat between these two snipers is pretty intense. Alright, so we'll see where the Horsemen want to go.
Deadly coming up top left.
Yep, I see him now.
Oh, Glitch Glitter knows that he's there though. And
yep,
May is now coming in
Simply's
too.
May, yep. Oh, the Baptiste sees him too. He's trying to jump out the door. There we go. Gets the safety. So the May wall is going to delay. Nobody got caught out by it. That May in that area, though, is... Okay, so there we go. The wall is going to kind of force the hand here. Yeah, right now, Horsemen are kind of in no man's land.
Working.
I mean, Baptiste is in a good spot. Well, was in a good spot before he got picked by Deadly. But now Deadly's going to have to drop down.
Yep,
Deadly doesn't realize that there's a res right behind him, unfortunately. Stony gets a good res onto Reclaimer. Oh. Alright. Slow progress for the Horsemen. They need to keep this going, though. Field goes down now, so that means that that's not going to be available for this next fight. Dracos and Deadly both have an ultimate here. Oh, but here comes the May Freeze. I don't think that's going to get anybody.
It's just more of a zoning ult.
And then here comes that. Oh, you needed to Flame Slash that tornado. So that's going to put a huge stall here.
And they're pushing Tycho back too.
Tycho's going to die. That wall was a good wall.
They need to get out here.
Yeah.
You need to try to push front.
They got 10 seconds left. Yeah. So we see Dragons launch on the point, followed by the Mercy ult. They are going to touch here. Draco's coming in with the ultimate. He's got Stony. He's got Guardian.
Big pick.
There's the I-Field, though.
Down now.
Yep. The Lucio ult's going to keep him alive, though. Here comes the Diva Bomb. He's dead, though.
Lamp's down.
And Tornado did not see where the bomb got launched up there on top of that little shrine thing. Dracos is rezzed. This is it. This is for the marbles. Deadly falls off and dies somewhere.
Oh, and another ammo field.
Yep, I believe that's going to be it.
A big hold.
Great attempt, but Rebel Squad is going to take it in the end. Yeah, excellent play by Rebel Squad here. And it's going to be Glitch Glitter's Junkrat that ends up taking play. Good old classic skin. Oh, goodness. And just, completely free there. And then the tire comes right back and just boop.
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. All right. But, yeah, that was still great play from Rebel Squad, holding strong, getting the second map win. And so, to remind everybody, since this is now part of the Nerfed League, every map win counts. So, if Horsemen come back, that's still one more win in their pocket for future counting for, like, the championship. So, this is still a very relevant game here for the Horsemen. All right.
Absolutely. I think that they can pull something out of a hat and really wreck Rebel Squad if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
If they just find the right comp to go against Rebel Squad.
So let's talk about that. What do you think is the key for the Horsemen to kind of break this aggressive line from Rebel Squad?
I definitely think it's all about flankers and getting those healers. I know I harp on it all the time, but as a healer main, if the healers aren't down, there is a 80% chance that you're not going to win that push.
Definitely. You need to cut off the sustain, sure.
Absolutely. And especially having a Mercy and a Baptiste with the ammo field and the potential res, you gotta take those out before they even have the chance to use them and bring somebody back into play that you really didn't want there in the first place.
Exactly. All right, we are going to
and I also think that they could run Reaper. It's just a matter of getting behind the enemy team without them knowing it.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely the trick there. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't play Reaper. It's just what I've seen in the past of just getting around behind them and then picking out the healers before they even realize what's happening.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Flankers are very important. in a
Hmm.
lot of ways, I would prefer flankers to snipers. You know, like being able to disrupt that backline is so important.
Absolutely. And I think they could almost benefit from a Pharah here. I don't know, maybe with Simply it would be more difficult, but having a Pharah to kind of have that vertical assault,
Hmm.
I think would benefit them.
I mean, the problem, like, and I would agree with you if Simply Awesome wasn't on the team.
Right.
Like that's if Simply wasn't as high a caliber sniper as he's demonstrating, then Farah all day. Like other than when you're against the Bastion, that's kind of risky. But otherwise, they don't really have good answers to a bird, except for the fact that they have a good sniper.
Right.
But all right, I'm gonna see. Go ahead and set us up with another 5 minute break here. See if
Mhm.
there's anything going on as far as swap. Right now, we do Rebel Squad, or I need to switch him actually. Rebel Squad could swap. I have to double check with them. Let's see here. So I'm gonna message Mr. Coltrane. But anyway, yeah. So on the other side, though, Rebel Squad holding strong. They are very well practiced in what they're doing. You know, they seem to take what we said to heart, and you called it really well. Where there was a lot of they tightened up a lot. They were a lot closer of a group, and they really pushed as a unit more often than not. And um, on the other side, Horsemen they did succeed in that sometimes, but man, just I know that doorway that they kept getting caught in well, and you just need to tell the team, don't stop, don't shoot, don't blink, don't breathe, just run through that little
Just
gap. You
go.
just need to get into that little room, and then your shields can recharge. Then your healers can bandage the wounds. But and the other thing is
Right.
they ran into that same trap like 3 or 4 times. Like
Right.
you
At
really
some point, you have
gotta
to
expect it.
recognize.
You can
Right.
safely take pot shots at it with your Hanzo or even your Zarya's alt fire. Like you can't keep running into that same trap over and over again on the reset because it killed him every single time. It broke a tank and just completely destroyed the line for the Horsemen. So
Absolutely. And Glitch would get in that room with them too. And obviously, Junkrat is better in closed spaces.
mhm.
And even if they killed him, he's still got those suicide bombs, and there's not a lot of room to avoid those.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm checking out the chat. Looks like we've got some people chanting wolf. Um, we want werewolf because somebody spelled werewolf wrong.
That's fair.
Um, Rocky is gifting subs. He gifted one to Cypher Lily, so thank you for that, Rocky. We got 500 bits from Dabo. That was so close, Horseman. You could still take third map. Let's go, dudes. We've got a lot of May praise up in here.
Yeah, that was some
Everybody's
excellent May
excited.
praise that we the May praise, excellent May play coming in from Simply there. Very effective with the walls. And of course, keeping kind of those sniping skills. I saw at least one pick back onto Deadly, but this round Deadly definitely felt a little bit more in tune, and we saw a lot more counter picks back onto Simply there.
Definitely. Nation's asking if we could put Werewolf in. Nation, that is entirely up to Rebel Squad and who they're playing
That
and
is up to
what
Coltrane. Yep.
map.
So I don't know the answer to that question. I was not provided with a list of in between game roster changes, so I unfortunately got nothing for you. Maybe you know what? I bet you we could put Werewolf in when we go to Havana. How about that? Does that work for you? So Werewolf will play once we get to Havana.
Poor Nation. Um, Reclaimer did call out the Baptiste, and I do think I was really hoping tonight to see some Baptiste because, I mean, obviously he's still kind of new-ish.
Hmm.
And we haven't seen a lot of people in the league playing Baptiste. So it's exciting to see how different people play him, and you could definitely tell that there's a difference between how the Horsemen played him and how Rebel Squad played him. One was much more kind of timed with their eye fields, and I mean, even sometimes Rebel Squad was still kind of iffy about their eye fields. Some of them, they were just kind of thrown out at the wrong time, not realizing that there was a Reaper um, ult coming in. So it's
Yeah.
it's all about how they play those eye fields. If they're healing a lot, if they're doing more damage.
And
Rocky
I
has
want to
taught me that
nitpick
you
on
can
that a
hold
little bit,
down both.
actually. Since you kind of
Yeah,
opened it up, I want to nitpick on that. Something I did see, when Rebel Squad was using Baptiste on defense on that second point there, like, there was some questionable eye fields. Like, it was either thrown way too early or way too late. And yes, I know cooldowns, you're keeping track, yada yada, but I definitely feel like there was more than one moment where there wasn't a fight going on and they like preemptively threw up the eye field, and you're
right.
just asking for trouble at that point. Like,
Because then the other team sees it and they're like, well, now we can say that they won't have it for I don't know how long, however long before we have to avoid it again.
yeah,
And there
it's
was definitely also some iffy healing from the Baptiste on Rebel Squad, just a lot of playing away from the team and mainly focusing on damage, which I understand a Mercy does a lot of healing, but at the same time, you gotta also kind of focus your team, recognize when it's getting too much for the Mercy to handle.
mm, yeah. And at that point, I respect the power of the immortality field, but yeah, there might be a moment where you switch to, a Moira or something like that, or maybe even like a Lucio, just to kind of keep the healing spread around a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh. Nation says if they're dead, you don't need to heal.
I mean, that is a
Too
very
true.
no swing, no shield, only swing mentality, but still.
Kill them with your fists.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're still kind of tackling some technical difficulties here, so I apologize
Okay.
for the extended break, but how about another shameless plug?
We are the Bronze Tacos. We are a non-toxic 18 plus Overwatch group. We are on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, most of the social media sub-platforms or whatever you're going to call them. We're all about just kind of grouping up, finding friends who also play Overwatch who have things in common. We talk about tons of different stuff. My personal favorite is the Vanity Fur chat in the Discord, because then I get to see all of the cats and dogs and some hedgehogs and reptiles, and it's
Lizards and
wonderful.
horses.
It
Oh
makes
yeah,
me so happy. Whenever I'm like bored at work or like stressed out, I just go in there and I look at all the cats and I'm like, this is making everything better.
yeah. It definitely can brighten your day up to see adorable doggos and cats, if you will.
Um, Oh, Nation posted. Okay, Nation did also share the link for the Discord and the Facebook groups if anybody's interested. The Discord is the first link, and then Facebook directly after it. It has all of the information that you need to find out when we're streaming, when our leagues are coming up, when it's just a scrim, who's in the leagues, and stuff like that. And if you're interested in joining, please feel free to hit up one of the mods in the Discord. I don't remember how. I think you just join up and they start everything for you. They send you a link to um, sign up.
Yeah, exactly. It's if you click on the link there in the Discord itself, once you are vetted, you are able to share the link at your discretion. So, okay. So we are going to attempt a fix of sorts here. I'm going to be making Tornado the host of the game. So we're having again a bit of a ping issue for the Horsemen being an all EU team. They're having some ping issues, and this is a very uncommon problem for us. So again, I apologize for us kind of experimenting a little bit here. Game one, little bumps and bruises and the like. But we're gonna give the reins over to Tornado here. I have everything set up as it needs to be. So
You just has to hit start.
yep.
Oh, we got another gifted sub from Rocky Top to Calpol 1232244
Oh, I see what he's saying. Okay.
exclamation point.
Oh Lord, I see what they did there. So
Oh,
Okay, I see what he's doing. So bear with us just a moment here. So Tornado is going to just create an entire new game so that he's hosting the game, and we're going to see if that's going to change it or not. If it ends up being not working or the teams are having or struggling, it's laggy or whatever, then we'll just come back to this and just play it out. But give us just a moment to let Tornado get this all set up. So, um, let's see here. Who do I feel like
I
talking about? I'm gonna dump on one of these heroes. Let's dump on Wrecking Ball. Um,
okay.
although to be fair, so have you seen the new Wrecking Ball highlight intro?
No.
It is dramatic chipmunk, the meme, but with the hamster.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, hold
Blizzard
on. I
has
have to go find it on
go
Twitter.
for it. It is worth. So I absolutely it is redeeming the hamster in my eyes. I hate that stupid little thing, but you know what? I I gotta give it to them. I absolutely have to give it to Blizzard for bringing us the dramatic chipmunk. And actually, just in general, we can talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is the launch of our of the Rising Storm event. So, what do you have you been keeping up with? Have you watched the new cinematic for it at all? The trailer?
Yes, I'm super
Okay.
excited. I follow them on Twitter pretty religiously, so I'm all up to date on that stuff. I'm super excited for this. I was telling Rocky and Mango earlier that I'm kind of hoping that they will still keep the I don't know what to call it, the arcade modes from last year with the Blackwatch
hmm
group, because that was easily one of my favorites. I love
Oh yeah.
PvE. It's one of my favorites. Like Overwatch is one of the few PvP games that I will play. So for them to bring in a PvE element was super exciting for me, and especially one that's not like Junkertown, not Junkertown, Junkenstein's Revenge, where you're just sort of sitting in one spot and killing things. You're actually running around and doing stuff.
Oh, I got invited. Oops. Oh crap.
But I'm also really
I mean, at this point, we have seen Tracer on a motorcycle. Like we have Tracer on motorcycle confirmed. So my question is that just gonna be like a crappy cutscene thing, or is it actually gonna be like a thing where you're right, everybody's on motorcycles, and then it comes to mind, how the hell are you putting Winston on a frickin' motorcycle? But I digress. I feel like she's got to be in like permanent guardian angel mode or something like that. Like where she's like flying around, the person on the bike. Like I'd be pretty down for that.
that would be interesting. I'm also
Can
really
you do me a
excited for all
favor
the
and
new
invite
skins
me?
coming out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. It looks like you're already in there as a spectator. No?
No, no, I'm still in my own game. I'm in my own world here. There we go. I realized in disabling my whatchamacallit, the messages that since I had disabled the messages, I can't get invites. So I'll have to figure out a
Uh,
workaround on that one.
yeah.
Um, okay, and then I'm just gonna see if I can get Tornado to give me back the power.
Also, on the motorcycle thing,
Hmm.
I will be severely disappointed if there isn't a Tracer highlight intro with her on a motorcycle.
That would actually be
Just
pretty
putting
cool.
that out there. Everybody's joking about Winston on a motorcycle in the chat.
Yeah, y'all are joking, but when we see a freaking gorilla on a motorcycle, y'all ain't gonna be joking no more.
Y'all are gonna be running away.
Exactly, y'all gonna be running from that monkey on a motorcycle. That's all I'm saying. That is overpowered, if you will.
I am a little bit disappointed that they're bringing Genji back again for the
Yeah,
thing, but I mean, I guess I could say the same thing for Mercy
Tracer.
and Tracer.
Oh yeah, and Mercy. That's right. Mercy. has been, yeah, she was with the one with Tracer and Ryan and Torbjorn, right? If I remember
Right.
correctly. Oh no, that was
So
Anna.
Tracer,
Anna was in the very first one, wasn't? Or no, she wasn't.
no,
Chat,
it
remind
was
me.
Mercy. It was Mercy
It
last
was
year.
Mercy. Okay, but the year before that though.
Oh, I wasn't playing at that point, so I have no clue.
Three. So chat, remind me. For that very first event, it was Torb, Reinhardt, Tracer, and was it Mercy or Anna? I don't actually recall. Like Ryan, Mercy, Torb, Tracer, and Uprising. Okay, Dabo confirmed it was Mercy. So yeah, but Mercy has been in all of them at that point. Like, bleh.
Right. I don't even know. The only other option at that point is Anna because based on the lore,
Mm-hmm.
this is still before the recall. So
Yep.
it would literally only be those two, and you'd have to be like damn good at Anna, and there's not that many. There's more Mercy mains than there are Anna mains before I go insulting anyone here.
I'm sure they're both well loved in the community, but yeah, I being an ex Mercy main myself, I suppose I respect that.
Yeah, as a current Mercy main, I can't play Anna for shit, so I can't aim in general. Yeah, Dabo was saying Redemption was Moira, Gengu, Reaper, and McCree.
Yep.
I know Retribution wasn't Mercy. I'm just saying for this one, and this one looks like
I
it
said
is
was
Overwatch.
already.
Let's see, Retribution.
I started out. So, yes, full disclosure to the entirety of the internet. Yes, I did start as a healer main, much like everybody else. Yeah,
I
I
just
know.
never
I
get out
know.
of my face.
It's weird. I know you wouldn't expect that. I flex it occasionally, but hey, the world needed a hero in a Reinhardt main, and I decided to pick up the mantle. So it may
So
not
if I
be.
see you in League running at me with a Mercy pistol, should I be running the other way?
I mean, I have played quite a few games with that Fat Cat Sat. I've been training with the best, so.
Okay, there you go.
No, that would be like I'm pulling out the absolute memeiest strategies that I possibly can. Okay, there we go. I have the
Okay.
power. And I don't think I'm gonna meme quite that hard.
Okay.
So I'm just making sure that we're all good to go here. So thank you, chat, for your patience and your wonderful condescending words for towards me while we get this all set up. All right, so you are going to be spectating blue. I'm going to change the team. No, get out of here. Oh, is it not going to let me change the team names because I didn't create the game originally? Wonderful. Okay. Oh well, whatever. So,
Ooh, okay, wait.
oh,
Rocky has a good suggestion for free for all.
oh Lord.
May free for alls are support only. I endorse this message.
Jeez. I mean, we kind of played around with that idea of the supports only, kind of like similar to a 112 hogs 1 hole setup, like something like that. But that feels like a Tornado Tuesday idea. So if you want to spam at Tornado
Oh
with
yeah.
your Tornado Tuesday ideas, feel free. But all right, so I know that Rebel Squad is ready. I'm just want to confirm with Tornado that he's ready. And then we'll finally get, hopefully, with less lag, 100% less lag, we'll get rolling into this. Yes, I know, we're all excited. We all wanna get going. Blood's boiling. I respect the feeling, but I want to make sure that I like, and that's like the chat. That's why we're doing this because I want to see a good two-sided bloodbath. I don't want to see a one-sided bloodbath. Those are boring, unless I'm doing them.
Absolutely. I want to know from chat, out of all of the new skins that have been teased so far, which is their favorite?
Yeah, definitely throw it out there. Who do you think? Is it exploding Gucci purse Ash? I mean, it literally looks like a freaking Gucci purse. Like, to be real, it's
It
pretty
does.
it's pretty silly. All
I'm
right,
trying to even remember. So there's the Ash one, there's the new Soldier one.
hamster,
Is
the high
anyone
roller
okay
hamster.
with? Oh, the Bastion one too. It
Yeah,
reminds
that's
me
right,
very much
Bastion.
of the
The last one.
I think it was stealth.
Yeah, it's
It looks
stealth.
exactly like it.
It really does. Good job, Blizzard.
It's like a white version of it. I don't. Ugh.
Alright, I'm gonna get rolling here. Oh,
So
there we go. Alright. Chat, thank you for your patience. We are going to get started now with the last round of the evening, one way or the other. This is gonna be it. Rolling right on into Hollywood. So, chat, thank you very much for sticking with us here.
Oh, it's not a lot of people. It's just Nation. Nation really likes the new Moira skin.
It's not a bad skin, but like I don't know. I guess I've become spoiled with skins, and I'm just expecting more. I don't know, man.
Okay, and I've been saying this since it got released. I don't think it should be legendary. I think it should be epic.
Oh yeah, I completely agree with that. Excuse me, but since it's not just a reskin, a recolor, it has to be legendary.
Yeah.
No, miscellaneous movie star, no one is there with you. Also, gonna go ahead and say that Maximilian has the best robo voice confirmed.
Oh,
Smooth as silk.
absolutely.
But okay. Oh, I hear Diva explosions. Alright, we have Glitch Glitter starting out on the Torbjorn, and simply switching off of a sniper and onto the consistent damage and healing of a soldier. So that'll be interesting to see if that goes anywhere. Alright, now on the other side, pretty much the same as what we've been seeing so far from the Horsemen. Alrighty then. So
I'm curious to see how the Horsemen are going to deal with this Torb.
Alright, so far so good. I haven't seen anybody saying there's any major problems, so we're gonna hope that this is good. Alright, so and since I didn't come out and say it, it's going to be the Horsemen on attack this time. Words.
They've
the
already
Torb
got a
turret
good
set up there.
push behind them.
Yeah, they're gonna have to take care of that Torb turret though. Oh, and
Oh,
Simply
no.
gets a pick onto Deadly. Oh no, it continues.
Deadly got left behind and he got ganged up on.
Oh no, rip.
I'm sorry, Deadly.
Yeah, Ripperoni Deaderino. Oh, and here we go. Simply kind of coming around to get some pot shots and then running away with the assistance of Lucio. So they're kind of caught out there, just waiting for the rest of the team to regroup here in Deadly.
Deadly's trying to snipe from the camera room.
Glitch gets a pick on the Tornado. That's not a good start. And that's a lot of free pot shots I'm seeing coming over from Deadly right now.
Right,
But
they're
Simply,
not
unfortunately,
contesting
getting
him at all.
picks. Up and... Alright, let's see. So Glitch Glitter gets another pick onto a tank. Tornado must have got res. Simply gets a pick onto
Deadly is
Izzy.
still alive in the camera room. Oh, Simply's going after him.
Yep,
Yep,
and
there
gets
he
him.
goes.
You don't have a lot of opportunities to protect yourself as the Han in that situation, unfortunately.
Right. They let him stand there for a long time, though, before contesting him.
Simply's running. Alright, gets back with the team.
Okay, they're trying to go around. Oh, no, they're trying to go main now.
It's a good strat for, oops, barriers down. That's not a good moment for the Horsemen. Great strat by Rebel Squad to kind of have, like, that one DPS flanking on the side and just, like, poking at him with a stick.
Right.
Alright, good res. Oh, and Jark
Okay,
Guardian's going to
so
immediately take him down. Res into death. Alright, so again, ult economy is kind of even, but I take that back. Looking at it, Rebel Squad is going to have all of their ultimates, essentially, for this last fight here. Or for this next fight. Not last fight, I hope. So, both teams being very conservative. Oh, here comes Dragons. First strike with the ult.
I don't know about that, though.
Yeah, kind of, it
There was
created
nobody
space,
to follow
but...
up with it.
It opened up some area, but that was about it. Okay, so we got a push coming in now from the Horsemen. Hammer comes down. It gets at least the one.
Good shatter. Gotta get that soldier down, though. Gotta get Simply down.
Here comes every frickin' ult.
sleep.
Jesus. Every ult comes down, but it looks like it's going to end up being Rebel Squad's game. Yep.
I don't know if you saw, but Reclaimer got a sleep on Panda, and it was big because he was middle and he was about to get simply down.
It's a good sleep. Yep. Alrighty.
They're pushing forward quite a bit. Don't know if it's worth it.
It's 30 seconds now. The Horsemen only have the one ultimate in the Graviton. Granted, Rebel only has one ultimate with the Orisa, so if they can land a good grab and the Rhine's alive to just swing out, I feel like they could maybe make something work here. That's a lot of maybes, though. And so, oh no, Simply's in the back here just ripping him apart. He gets spotted out now, but yeah, it's a little late.
The grab soon.
I think it's already, yep, it's already too late.
It's too late.
And then just for good measure, we got the Orisa ult. Glitch Glitter has their ult again. Yep, Molten Core is going to ensure it.
Wow. Oh, thank you, Kyra, for the 300 bits. Go Rebel Squad, bring home the win. And Dabo for the 394 biddies.
The
rest
specific.
of his bits.
Oof. All right, so we're going to need to see a strong showing from the Horsemen on defense here.
Right.
This is you're really behind the eight ball here. A draw is still pretty good. It's still better than a loss. It's still one less win in Rebel Squad's pocket for the future. But we'll see. All right, eager anticipation as we get our last rosters for the evening here.
Yep.
Okay, and that's about what I expected. We see a Bastion coming in again from the Horsemen. I mean, if it worked really well on Hanamura, so why not?
They've just got to make sure that he's got the best line of sight possible.
Yeah, and Legion has done something similar with this in comp, where we had a setup up here in the thing that we did for the lulls is we had a Torb turret right behind the Bastion. It actually ended up saving him from a lot of hacks because the Sombra was just indiscriminately like throwing up the hack without really seeing who it was gonna hit. So, and it kind of ends up inadvertently protecting the Bastion, but that's if you're going all in on the Bastion, I suppose. Pretty similar setup for Rebel Squad. No Torbjorn this time. We have Reclaimer going back onto the Ana again. And then, yeah, otherwise similar. Oh, Coltrane immediately taking a big hit there. So, Rebel Squad immediately rolling around the back. So, they're coming around the back of the point. Ooh, and Simply stunned. Simply is getting pretty low here. We see Deadly
still holding
on the side
right.
there. Nope, there we
Big
go.
hit.
Dark Guardian goes down. Oh, I see Deadly locked in combat, but gets picked by Simply. Now Simply has free reign to take pot shots there. That's terrible. That's super huge. And there's progress already. They need to drop right now. Simply just kind of clutched it out there for Rebel Squad, unfortunately. That's going to be
huge
it.
Anti.
Yep. That's going to be the game.
Anti on Tornado was huge.
Yeah. I didn't see close up what happened over there, but unfortunately that is going to be the end of it. Simply getting those picks is going to crush it.
Wow.
Yeah. Team one, if you will.
That was a big hold from Rebel Squad. So that is Rebel Squad winning 3-0.
Oh Lord. Is it a Torb turret just shooting? I bet you it is.
No. Yeah, there was the sleep on the Ulting Bastion.
I hear
Ulting
fire
Reaper.
too. There we go. Get him with the punch. Hit him with one punch, man. Alright, and that will clean it up. So we have Rebel Squad. Game 1 of Season 2 getting a 3-0 sweep here. So congrats to Rebel Squad for pulling off the sweep. So let's unpack the game a little bit. Rebel Squad taking it 3-0. Let's take the easy route. Let's start with Rebel Squad. What do you think that Rebel Squad did really well, and what do you think that they need to clean up a bit to kind of perfect the game before the next time they play?
I think they definitely had their comp down pat and they knew like if something wasn't working, they were very quick to switch off to something that would help counter the Horsemen.
Hmm.
And then as far as what they could do better, I know it's kind of like the hot topic with like league kind of breakdowns, but alt economy is 100% because there were a lot of like dragons that were kind of thrown weird.
Yeah.
There were Torb ults that were thrown kind of off kilter.
Hmm.
So I think for them it's just timing out their ults and also knowing when the enemy team has ults, especially if they've got grab dragon potential, to not play so tight.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Rebel Squad, they, I mean, I said his name enough, simply kind of being a dominating force in general for them. Getting a lot of key picks, and there was some good trading going back between Deadly Silence and Simply Awesome, but Simply more often than not, unfortunately, took the win. And once you clear out kind of that last resistance, or the only resistance really that's stopping you, it was pretty easy. It was simply an easy task for Simply Awesome to take a lot of pot shots and just rip apart the front and back line of the Horsemen. But
Right. And
mhm.
one other thing that they could work on is if they're going to continue running Anna, they need to capitalize on her antis.
Mhm.
Um, Especially if she's got one on a tank, you need to get that sucker down real quick.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Anna is a really interesting X factor with that anti grenade, being able to pretty much turn fights, or like we saw, kind of sleep an ulting Reaper with the right amount of attention. So yeah, it was interesting. I feel like they brought it out because they were comfortable at the 2-0. But I feel like I'd really like to see that a little bit more. So on the
Yeah.
other side, though, the Horsemen, unfortunately, lost the 3 games, but it felt like we were starting to see some, and they did mention that unfortunately, being an EU team, they were having some issues with ping. So we're gonna have to run some tests to try and get that all sorted out before our next EU team plays. But
Yeah.
even with those issues, they still put on a heck of a defense. Hanamura
Oh yeah.
was an amazing showing from them on both sides of the ball. They did really, really well.
Absolutely.
And we saw Dracos bringing out the bringing out the Bastion, which they used in pretty good combination with the Baptiste. And Deadly trading blow for blow a lot with Simply. Deadly Silence
Yeah.
putting in a lot of work for the Horsemen there. But overall, I mean, not if we're not including technical issues. I feel like you had already touched on it again, and it kind of applies to both teams where some wayward ults were thrown around, zoning dragons rather than combination dragons or stuff like that. And I know I said I wanted to see ults more, but you really still have to make sure that you have the team coordination behind you if you're going to throw ults around more often.
Right. And I
Um,
mean, you don't even need to be necessarily throwing in combo ults. Like, Grave Dragons is amazing, but even just a zoning dragon is good, but you need to have the rest of your team there to back you up
mhm.
and
If
capitalize
you
and
zone the
take
healers
control
into
of
a
it.
corner with the dragon, you need someone else to run in there and get those kills. Like, make them choose: do I die
Exactly.
to this Rhine charge or this like soldier ulting into me, or do I die to the dragons? Like, you've got it
Yep.
right on the head.
Exactly. Um, and they definitely, I think if they had a hope to take down Simply, they needed to isolate him from the team. They needed to
Yep.
get him away from the team. And I know there weren't a lot of chances on the first 2 maps, but
Mhm.
he definitely separated himself
Mhm.
on Hollywood a few times, and they could have just kind of surrounded him, gotten him down, made sure Mercy couldn't res, and then rushed on. Because I think if they had gotten Simply down, they would have been able to push.
I feel like if maybe they could have brought a Roadhog in. I know there was good shielding
Okay.
from Rebel Squad, but a Roadhog can kind of displace the Diva, or it can punish if Simply is on May, or even Hanzo and is kind of flanking, or in that last map with the Soldier, he was definitely out on his own a lot, and Soldier has the legs to run away from it. But they also could have grabbed the Torbjorn when the Torbjorn was flanking out to the side. So
Oh,
I feel like
absolutely.
as a pick, or you mentioned it before too, like a Sombra maybe even could have displaced or broken up Rebel Squad a little bit, especially with
Right.
how heavily reliant they were on Reinhardt for a lot of those games.
Exactly. One hack on Reinhardt, and they could have easily picked him down and then pushed forward with it.
But still, excellent games from both sides, and puts a lot of hype in perspective for going forward. We can tell that Rebel Squad made a lot of improvements from their last winless season in Season 1, and they very
Definitely.
clearly have no intention of repeating that. And then on the other
Right.
side, the Horsemen had a lot of great talent there. They need to tighten up a couple things with ult economy and just general grouping, but I feel like they can absolutely be a dominant force in the coming weeks.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so last shameless plug of the evening. So for those of you who don't know, we are the Bronze Tacos Discord page now with tons of social media attachments as far as Facebook, Reddit, stuff like that. We're adding new things all the time. We
Oh,
are
we do
not.
have an Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. That's the one I'm forgetting. We are an 18 plus non-toxic community. And if you are interested, I know several of my fantastic mods have been dropping links to our Discord and other pages in the chat as we go along. So feel free to check us out. Any last minute thoughts, Birch?
No, I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season to see how much other teams have grown. I mean, I know we
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of new teams, but we've still got people like me and Rocky who are from a team from season one and then
Mm-hmm.
made our own team. So I'm curious to see how people have grown, especially now seeing how much Rebel Squad has kind
Oh
of
yeah.
taken it upon themselves to move things in a different way.
Definitely. Yeah, and I know Legion, speaking for my team, another returning team, is really excited by the prospect of all this great competition that we're seeing. We having the season one champion trophy on the shelf, we definitely like seeing all this competition for, we want to take it again, but we want to make sure it's a good fight.
Right, exactly. And that's why I Need Healing was doing so many scrims because we were like, we want to
hmm
get this going now. Like, we're so ready for this.
Yeah, you guys taking the most scrims easily out of any team. Definitely a great way to make a splash, and I know it's weighed really heavy on everyone's mind as far as what you guys are capable of. I mean, definitely putting
Right.
Legion through our paces and beating us in our preseason scrim, it's set the bar pretty high for what we need to achieve.
And that was such a good fight.
Yeah, it was.
That was such a good scrim.
But all right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us and hanging in there through all the technical difficulties to get us to this point. And I look forward to seeing everybody on Wednesday. So 2 days from now is our next game, and that is. Let me see here. Do you happen to remember Wednesday off the top of your head?
I don't
If not,
even
I'm
know
going
where
to
my
double check
phone is.
here.
Oh,
Then I will have it momentarily. All right. So for Wednesday, we have the passive aggressive Raptors versus the Chompettes, 8 o'clock Central. So everybody, I fully expect to see everyone back, especially you bit donators, because if you slouch, somebody else is going to take number one.
yep. Looks like Dabo's still holding tight to it right now.
For now. But all right, thank you everybody for joining us this evening, and I look forward to seeing everybody again on Wednesday.